As humans, we face many challenges in our daily lives, which can be under our control and some not. Our development in different parts of the world made us to diversify in culture and in beliefs due to the different obstacles nature set for us. In this our developed world, we are exposed to making many important decisions to maintain ourselves and social integrity. To do that, there are many schools of thoughts, but today let's look at Stoicism. Stoicism is also known as a school of Hellenistic thought, where the importance of nature is emphasized and accepting circumstances the way it presents itself. We are going to look at the motivation of these beliefs and see the development of these basic ideas with the reasoning of Stoic philosophers. A quick reminder that Stoics are people who follow Stoicism. Stoics make a sharp distinction between things that are in our power, like our personal desires, likes, opinion, affection, with things that are not, like position, reputation, wealth, natural disasters, and at the very least, our health. Stoicism was originally laid down in the early 3rd century BCE, but somehow reviving in the 21st century in popular culture due to its rational and logical approach to daily challenges. Zeno of Citium, a Greek scholar in Cyprus, is the founder and early teacher of the discipline of Stoicism. Zeno was a sailing merchant and after a shipwreck found himself in a bookshop in Athens, where he started reading books on Socrates and Plato's teachings. Later met an instructor named Crates of Thebes. He embarked in intensive study of philosophy, then had students at Toi Poikile, which were called Zenoans, and from there developed the name Stoics. For Zeno, Stoic thoughts may simply be defined as the achievement of happiness by living your life rationally and logically according to nature. Stoicism had a strong influence on Roman thought and became the single most important philosophy in Rome, known as the Imperia. Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius made this philosophical current famous, basically holding the belief that nothing really matters and that life was a meaningless exercise of futility. But arising cardinal virtues, decency, emotions, harmonic coexistence. Virtues, manifestation of moral excellence in a person via justice, wisdom, and courage. Decency, a person having a suitable conformity to basic and moral standards. Harmonic coexistence, we are all social beings, so we need to find a way to live in harmony. Emotions, some people when they hear Stoic philosophy, they think of people with emotions removed. But it's actually that rational decision making is preferable to emotional equivalence. And of course, taking a right decision will make you experience a more complete and appropriate emotions. Now let's look at the three main pillars of Stoicism. Approach of logic as a propositional logic, Stoic physics, and Stoic ethics. Approach of logic as a propositional logic. Firstly, a proposition is a statement that can either be true or false. Propositional logic is a process by which two propositions are combined to create a third proposition to have a more suitable conclusion. Example: Proposition 1. An elephant is an animal. Proposition 2. All animals need to eat to stay alive. So Proposition 3 will look like elephants need to eat to stay alive. For Stoics, rational decisions are free from constraints of emotions and excessive passion, but rather everything you know about the subject and bringing reliable conclusions. Stoic physics, not high school physics. What distinguished Stoicism to other Hellenistic philosophies in early Greek is that Stoic philosophy teaches us that the universe is a material, reasoning substance known as God or simply nature. Meaning, Stoic philosophy is not about the belief in a Moses style of God ruling over the universe, but rather teaches us the universe itself is God, and that all events are governed by fate. Nevertheless, this idea was further developed to identify certain aspects of divinity, a divine essence which forms the basis of everything, named pneuma, and a divine fire or aether which shapes pneuma according to divine reason. Stoic ethics gives the idea that a Stoic is someone exceptionally rational and not displaying passionate emotions. Reason is the logic of nature, and there is a division between right and wrong, contrary to other Hellenistic philosophy which teaches us there is no right or wrong, but only desirable and undesirable outcomes. Stoic philosophers like Epictetus emphasize that Stoicism is more of a way of life, not a merely academic school of thought. He also taught that reason alone is good and any irrational action is evil. and concluded that the most important object of this philosophy is to purify the mind from fluctuating emotions and the opinion of pleasure, still while maintaining the human dignity, autonomy, and integrity. It will be difficult to find any modern school of thought that does not rely on at least one part of Stoic teachings. And for this reason, I think it's necessary for us to have at least a basic understanding of this Stoic philosophy. It is not necessary to change your inner conviction or even religion to apply Stoic principles in your daily life. Just simply take time to analyze and reflect on how you perform the daily task and make more rational and logical decisions. Meaning you should try not to take everything at once, but rather look at the areas in your life that needs improvement. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to share this video to your friends, families in order for them to have a basic understanding of this philosophy.